Senate, members of the Senate. My name is Vincent Sanders, and I'm representing Senate District 13. I'm chair of Senate District 13, one of the largest Senate districts in the state of Texas. Texas is a great state, but why do we make it so difficult to vote? We turned out in record numbers last year, and that was during the pandemic. Last year's increase in voter participation should not be seen as partisan. It should be seen as good for democracy. But Texas has a long and ugly and racist history of voter suppression that continues to silence the many votes and voices of everyday Texans, particularly Black, Brown, Native American, first-time voters, voters with disabilities, veterans, and members of the military, non-Native English speakers, rural voters, and low-income voters, and Texans. Communities for generations who have borne the brunt of disenfranchisement and will face new and onerous restrictions if anti-voter lawmakers are successful. So when it comes to our elections, all we want is a transparent process, be it in El Paso, be it in Midland, be it in Houston. So for democracy to work for all of us, it must include all of us. Together, we can ensure Texans can have a safe and freely cast our ballots so that every voice is heard and our elections reflect the will of the people, no matter our race, political party, or zip code. All of us know that in a democracy, voters pick our leaders. Our lawmakers should not pick their voters. I've been an election judge in Harris County for the last 18 years. One of the things that I'm proud of when we take that oath, we say that we protect the integrity of the election, the integrity of the election. And I have several of my clerks who've been with me for those 18 years because they believe in protecting the integrity of the election. Thank you.
Members, questions for Mr. Sanders? Senator Lucio, you're recognized.
First of all, I too want to join my colleagues in thanking you for your excellent testimony and for your passion in doing the right thing.
Against the bill, but didn't testify.
Right, correct. The integrity of any election, whether it be running for the student body president or running for local or state or national office, is most important that it be fair and that it be honest and it be run by people like you who have it in their heart to do the right thing for all people, all parties, the American people, Texas people, and in your case, Houston people, Harris County people, local elections, and we're fortunate to have people like you, and there are many of like you all over this state. I happen to know many of them in South Texas as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Lucio. Members, any other questions? Senator Powell, you're recognized.
Mr. Sanders, thank you for your testimony. I'm particularly enamored of the phrase that you used, that lawmakers should not pick their voters. And I appreciate the opportunities during the COVID crisis that our Harris County friends gave all voters. And I would ask you to speak, if you would, about the things that you feel like were employed in Harris County that were the most beneficial to voters of every party, to raising the numbers of eligible voters and getting people to the polls?
Thank you for that question. I actually got a chance to be on a think tank or a transition committee to suggest some of the things that could occur in Harris County, such as on election day, you don't have to go to your poll. You can go to any of the 700 plus polling places in Harris County. I was on the committee for that, to suggest that. Also, too, I got a chance to talk to our clerk at that particular time and some of the staff members. And thought that even doing the 24-hour voting, I thought it was bold. I thought it was a great idea, especially those who work a third shift or a second shift that could not get to voting at a proper time. They would have time for that. Also, the last day of early voting, keeping some of those precincts open till 10 o'clock p.m. Again, thinking outside the box, but we did get record numbers, didn't we, in Harris County? Those are some of the things that I felt that worked well.
And do you have a sense that even as they worked well to get voters to the poll, that they created problems?
I don't think they caused problems. In fact, I think it caused even more excitement looking at early voting numbers, record numbers, even to the point where if you didn't get a chance to vote for the early voting, on election day, again, all polls were open and people had that excitement going to the polls on election day on November the 3rd, 2020.
Well, I thank you for your contribution to your community and to our state of Texas, and thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Say that again. Okay, hold on. Senator, Senator Hughes, you're recognized?
Pointing at Senator West, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Senator West, you're recognized.
Oh, I thought you said Senator Miles. Benson,
Okay.
you just mentioned something a second ago. The committee was, given the pandemic,
Okay.
was trying to look at things outside the box to maintain the franchise for persons, correct? And do you see any problem looking at, we have a system of elections, the process for elections has been in place for a long time. This is 2021. Do you see any reason why we shouldn't be looking outside the box to figure out other ways that people can participate in voting in this country?
In my 18 years of participating from an election officer, because that's what we're called, you want to be able to have as many innovative, and I stress innovative, types of policies, methodologies, and way to create these voting procedures. Voting, it's amazing on how voting has become a hot topic in the United States in 2021. It should be an afterthought, but we've gone backwards to where it is something that we have to focus on. With that, we have to take innovative ways of making it easier for every citizen in the United States.
You agree with me? If we can go to Mars, if we can talk about putting people on the moon, we have the technology available to work out any issues associated with security and integrity in considering other methods of voting to make it easier and more accessible to people in this country. Would you not agree?
I agree.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sanders, for joining us today. Thank you, and safe travels to you and your group back to the district.
Thank you, Senators.
Thank you, sir.